Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are you? It is Memorial Day here in the United States. I am Melissa, Evidential Medium and Master Instructor with Integrated Energy Therapy, and I'm here today to do the daily guidance, right? Monday through Friday, every morning, usually between 8 and 10. I know it's a big window. I'm trying to be more consistent. It's just my energy is, if you're an energy worker or if you're an empath, if you're a medium, if you're psychic, whatever, like you feel the energy, right? Like sometimes you're just at your better or worse. It just depends. So I appreciate each and every one of you who ride this journey with me at the end of the day. But it is Memorial Day here in the United States, and this is a day for really honoring and remembering our fallen soldiers. We actually have a different holiday for military personnel actively serving, past, present. But today is the day for fallen soldiers. And for these kinds of days, I always kind of feel, the emotion that's in the energy field and just feeling really heavy today. So I'm trying to overcome it. I'm trying to get myself out of the heaviness, right? But what I would like to do here for the next minute is just have a minute of silence for all of the soldiers, whatever the conflict, whatever the war, whatever the non-war, just whatever. And I would say around the world, I wouldn't even say in the United States. Like if you've served or have a loved one that served in any military, I would say let's have a moment of silence for them. So thank you for just putting your hands on your heart, dropping down into your heart, and having this moment to remember all of the brave women, men, loved ones, family members, children who didn't meet their parent, everyone today who is remembering a crossed over loved one taken through any conflict. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, everyone. Good morning for those of you watching on the replay. Please, hashtag replay, like my page on Facebook, and also like and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching the replay on YouTube, because I'm getting a lot of contact from people going, hey, I'm not getting your notification. I don't know when you're going live. So please, please, please do that. That really helps the algorithm, but it also allows you to stay connected to what I'm doing, what we got going on. Whether it's Tarot Tuesday, whether it's a daily guidance, whether it's a pop on for coffee and cards, whatever it is. So for those of you who saw, I did receive the Christ Consciousness deck by Amanda Ellis. So I do want to do that coffee and cards with you. I probably won't get to it today just because it is a holiday here in the United States and I am energetically not in that space. But I did grab one of the cards for us, the Lionheart card, Stand Firm. So this was the overarching energy that wanted to come out today for everyone. So whatever your situation is, wherever it is you feel like you have to go it alone right now because you don't have the most beneficial people in place, you don't have the most beneficial situation in place, you don't have, it might be a situation where you are stepping away or walking away from some things, and until the new thing shows up, right, it kind of leaves you in this limbo state of just being kind of where you are by yourself. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes we have to really, to learn who we are and why we're in a situation or why things went the way they did. Some reflection is needed, right? But so that Stand Firm, definitely, I don't know, this just really takes me to like the Strength card in a traditional tarot. So yeah, wherever you need strength today, I would say draw on whatever works for you, whether that's prayer, solitude, reaching out to a trusted advisor or friend. But yeah, meditation, prayer, right? Putting out that intention of what you do want, not what you don't. All right, let's see what the rest of this message is going to be today. They've been doing that lately. I go to shuffle and the cards just take off. So yeah, let's see what we got here, because we got a few. We got everything I needed. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, Lori. The Nine of Cups. In the traditional tarot, this is the wishes fulfilled card. And for some of you, you may not feel like the bounty has come in, or you're still waiting for the bounty. But what I'm getting is, yeah, it's coming. So today, keep working diligently, whether it's, staying positive through manifestation, whether it's gratitude journal, whether it's just being in that reflective space of, what do I need to do for continuing my journey, continuing what I need for myself? Because I do feel like Spirit is trying to bring you what you need. And sometimes all we can do is just stay focused and diligent. There isn't anyone to call. There isn't anything to do. You've cleaned up your space. You've made amends. You've done all the things, right? And so today I would say just stay consistent with whatever you need to do to kind of keep your energy and your heart managed, because things are trying to come in. And for some of you, what's trying to come in is a partnership, whether it's a romantic partnership or I'm really feeling like someone wants to come in and maybe apologize, make amends. And it may not even be where they come in and say, I'm sorry. They may just be showing up and say, hey, I have this for you, or I want to help you with this, or, so I feel like this is some kind of help, handout that may be coming, from a direction you don't even, you're not even looking in, like you're not even aware of, that somebody's been wanting to make amends or apologize or just reach out and say, hey, I've noticed you, right? So I feel like there's nothing you have to do in this situation. I feel like all you have to do is stay very grounded, keep focused on what you need to focus on, because this person is going to show up. Yeah, because I feel like whatever the lack has been, I feel like whatever hasn't worked out in the past, like that energy is out of here. So wherever you're feeling like, well, it's too good to be true, or I don't deserve it, like we gotta throw those thoughts out, right? Throw those feelings out, because I do feel like things are going to start showing up and things are going to start coming to you, but they can't get to you if you're still doing that. It's too good to be true, or I don't deserve it, right? Because here it is. You are the master manifester. You are the magician in your own life. And so whatever you've been consistently working on, whatever you have been consistently putting your energy towards, or even consistently moving away from, right? Maybe you're someone that did have a lot of negative self-talk and you've been really working on that negative self-talk, right? So I feel like, stand firm in whatever you've been doing, because it's making a difference, and you are going to start getting the reward, right, for your consistent effort, for your changes, for the way in which you're trying to manifest. But you have to keep doing the work. You have to keep staying firm in what it is you do want, and not letting anybody or anything come in that's going to kind of take you away from what you want. Because as a master manifester, you don't want to buy into anything you don't want, because you could end up manifesting that very quickly, right? In this energy, I feel that like you've got to be very diligent about where you're putting your time and energy, where you're putting your thoughts, where you're putting your money, where you're putting whatever, right? So be very, very consistent and careful as to what you're doing, who you're doing it with, because you are coming into a season of receiving receptivity, but you've got to stand firm in the energy away from go of whatever work out in the past, whatever didn't work out in the past. Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, honey. Good morning, everyone. All right, so let's get some cards to just go along with this message. Yeah. Create your sacred space, raise the vibe of your space, harmonize within and around. Yeah. Again, you are manifesting very, very quickly. And so you want to make sure you are clearing up your mental space, your emotional space, your physical space, and really getting into harmonizing how you're thinking and how you're feeling, because that is what is going to end up manifesting the blessings and manifesting what it is you do want. And so, very important in this energy to continue to be very intentional with how you're thinking and how you're feeling. Remember, heart mind coherence, right? So, really important to get into that connection today and stay in that connection for as long as you can. Right feelings, right thoughts, right? Get into right feelings and right thoughts. And where you're struggling with that, get into grounding, get into meditation, get into being around high vibe people, being around high vibe situations. Okay, that's what's going to also help you to stay in your manifestation mode. Anybody who brings you down, any old situation that doesn't serve you, that is not the place to be. That is not the place to go. Okay, so today be very intentional with where you go and who you spend your time with, because you are in the process of manifesting. You are in the process of receiving what it is you do want, but you've got to stay in that right thinking, right feeling, right space. Okay. So anything that's trying to pull you out of that, any woulda, coulda, shoulda, any confusion, you gotta walk away from that. You gotta let that go. That is not the way to go. Yeah. I can't read these cards. I keep thinking that I can, but I can't. Yeah. So get Gethsemane? Yeah, when your darkest hour, your strength arrives. Yeah, so for some of you, you feel like maybe you are going through a bit of a darkest hour here. But that's where look at that. Oh, and I do that all the time. I took that card already, that firm, the lion, the strength card, the firm foundation. But that's okay. I do it all. I got to stop doing it. It's a bad habit. I put the card back in. I gotta leave them out. So the message today, there are times in life when this may be one of them, when what we are faced with and must endure can be very hard to bear. We may think we don't have the strength or ability to do what is being asked of us, and that we wish for whatever troubles us to be taken away, the problem removed, the obstacle eradicated, to go back to a more carefree time. And yet, from a soul perspective, everything that we encounter in life is there to serve us, including the darkest periods. Yet it is very human to feel scared, discouraged, and full of doubt and dread when we hit substantial problems or troubles. It is hard to foresee where walking the current path may lead and whether we will triumph. Our ego and fear can play mind games, focusing on traps and worst case scenarios, when really we're asked to surrender and have faith. Jesus, in his hour of greatest need, asked for the cup of suffering to be taken away from him, tormented by what was to come, but with the comprehension that this would occur only if by thy will, not my will. In that statement, he showed understanding that a power larger than himself in that moment knew the right course of action, for many reasons yet to play out. So today, where can you ask, if it be thy will, not my will? Yeah. We see lying beside the tree a simple sword to help cut away doubt and fear and be the blade of clarity and the light that shows the way forward. The slumped figure simply needs to stand and reach for it. The cup, our predicament, shining brightly, has a faded energy to it. Like Jesus, we may ask for it to be taken away from us, but it will command our attention till we drink from it and tackle it. The ivy growing around effects that the issue may have been present for a while, but that facing it will lead to greater spiritual maturity and strength. Do not fear it. Walk toward it with faith. Yeah, so whatever the challenge is, it's time to tackle it. Yep. And the card that came out with it was non-judgment. Reflection, and projection. So there it is. Where are you projecting a problem where maybe there won't be one? Where are you not in non-judgment? Where are you not in surrender, right? Where are you not in surrender? Where are you still trying to drive the train of the how and the when? Never going to happen. Never going to happen. We have to get into clarity with our higher selves. We have to get into clarity with what we're feeling. And if you can't, this is where you have to give it over to God, right? Thy will, not my will. So today, maybe you have to look at, where do I have to give this over? Where do I have to set the intention that God, my angels, my higher self is going to bring me what I need when I need it. And I just have to get down into my heart and my head coherence, right? And then I can feel, hear, see, and know what it is they're trying to bring to me. Yeah. So today, take a little time to get into thy will and out of my will. Yeah. I have to do it all the time myself, guys. I have to do it all the time myself. But that is what brings peace, and that is what brings clarity, and that is what brings your manifestation. Honestly, it's where the manifestation comes from, the higher source. The higher source. So today, take a little time for yourself. Take a little time. Drop down into your heart. Quiet your mind. Go within. That's where all the answers are. Each and every time, that is where all the answers are. Truly is. It truly is. Okay, so I have a little bit of a busy day. I'm going to celebrate this Memorial Day here in the United States. We have a beautiful parade every year in my town, which is kind of a big to-do. We're going to have the flyover with the missing man formation of the jets from the Air Force. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good ways to remember our fallen soldiers. So yes, that is where, if you can give it a little time and attention, just send up some prayers, especially for the family members that are still here and still loving them and still missing them in the physical. All right. So have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys. You're welcome.